Hi viewers, today I am going to discuss about mycorrhizae. Mycorrhizae, the term coined by Albert Bernhard. It is the mutual relationship between plant root and some fungi. Okay, mycorrhizae is differ from rhizosphere. Rhizosphere is the relationship between plant root and microorganism. But the mycorrhizae is the mutual relationship between plant root and some fungi. Okay. Mycorrhizae is more specific. Okay. The fungus derive its nutrition from plant root and also contributes to plant nutrition. Enhanced uptake of water and minerals are associated with mycorrhizae. This does not cause any disease to the plant. Okay. The fungal mycelia integrate with plant root and form a morphological unit. Okay. Another importance of mycorrhizae is the plant develop resistance to the drought and resistance to the chemicals or toxins through this relationship. Okay. There are three types of mycorrhizae: Ectomycorrhizae, second one Endomycorrhizae, and third one Ectendo Mycorrhizae. Okay. First type of mycorrhizae, that is Ectomycorrhizae. Okay. It is also called ectotrophic mycorrhizae. Here, the intercellular penetration occurs. Ectomycorrhizae forms an external pseudoparenchymatous sheath covering the root fungi structure, and it is about 40 μm thick and constitute about 40% dry weight of the fungi root structure. The fungal hyphae forms a layer over the surface of the root. It is called mantle of hyphae. A fungal hyphae network extend into first few layers of the cortex, and this network is called Hartic net. Okay. This type of mycorrhizae can penetrate intracellular spaces of the epidermis and cortex region of the root, but not the living cells. Okay. Ectomycorrhizae are common in gymnosperms and angiosperms. Example: beech, birch, oak, coniferous trees, etc. Ascomycete and basidiomycete are the another example for the ectomycorrhizae. Okay. Ectomycorrhizal fungi have optimum growth temperature of about 15 to 30 degrees Celsius and are acidophilic, that is pH 4 to 6. The fungi require simple carbohydrate like disaccharides and sugar alcohols. And also it requires vitamins like biotin and thiamine. Complex organic sources of nitrogen, ammonium compound, and amino acids are also required for the fungal growth. Fungi produces metabolic products like auxin, gibberellin, cytokinins, vitamins, antibiotics, and fatty acids. And they are also able to produce the enzyme cellulase. But the activity of cellulase is suppressed, so there is no digestion of plant roots. Plants have several benefits from the ectomycorrhizal relationship. That are longevity of feeder roots, absorption of nutrients from the soil, selective absorption of the ions from the soil, resistance to the plant pathogen, resistance and tolerance to the toxins, tolerance to the environmental stresses such as temperature, pH, etc., production of growth hormones, prolonged growth and survival of plant rootlets. Okay. The formation of root hair is suppressed and the formation of fungal hyphae increased. This increases the absorption of nutrients by the plant root. Clear? Root hair formation suppressed, but the formation of fungal hyphae increased. That will increase the uptake of nutrients. Iron uptake rate is high in Ectomycorrhizae than in uninfected plant. The nitrogen containing compound along with calcium absorbed by the fungal mycelial sheath. Then it is absorbed by the plant root. Here the fungal mycelial sheath provide barrier to the pathogen entry. In ectomycorrhizal relationship, roots provide organic acids that have fungistatic effect. So the plants have several benefits from the ectomycorrhizal relationship. Draw this figure and mark each part, especially heartignet. Okay. Second type of the mycorrhizae is the endomycorrhizae. Here the intracellular penetration occurs. In endomycorrhizae, the fungal hyphae penetrates into the plant root cells. This occurs in a few orders of the plants such as order Ericaceous, example rhododendron, heath, American laurel, etc. In Ericaceous, the non-pathogenic interaction of plant root by separate fungal hyphae occurs. Endomycorrhizae association are high in Ericaceous. The fungal hyphae does not fix the atmospheric nitrogen, but transfer the combined form of the nitrogen from the soil to the plant root and also the transfer of phosphate from the external sources. So the hyphae transfer nitrogen and phosphate from soil to the plant. Okay. Endomycorrhizae in Ericaceous increases the growth of plants in nutrient deficient land. There are three types of endomycorrhizae, that are vesicular arbuscular mycorrhizae or VAM, then Ericaceous mycorrhizae, then third one Orchidaceous mycorrhizae. Vesicular arbuscular mycorrhizae or VAM. The feature of vesicular arbuscular mycorrhizae is the presence of vesicles and arbuscules in root cortex. Here, inter and intracellular hyphae are present. The infection inside the root is directly linked to the external mycelium that spreads into the soil. The VAM mycorrhizae coming under the genus Endogon. The vesicular arbuscular mycorrhizal fungi have largest spores with diameter ranges from 20 to 400 μm. The vesicular arbuscular endomycorrhizal fungi does not grow in pure culture. And this type of mycorrhizae occurs in wheat, maize, potato beans, coffee, sugarcane, tobacco, tea, cotton, grapes, oranges, apple, strawberries, tomato, soybean, etc. Also occur in angiosperm, gymnosperm, pteridophytes, basidiophytes. Okay. The VAM mycorrhizae represent the association between the fungi, mainly zygomycetids, and a great number of angiosperm, such as tropical forest soil, agricultural crops, and most of the herbs and grasses. In vesicular arbuscular mycorrhizae, the fungal hyphae develop some special organs called vesicles and arbuscules within the root cortical cells. First, we can discuss vesicles. Vesicles are thick-walled, spherical to oval in shape and borne on the tip of the hyphae, either in the intercellular space or in the cortical cells of the root. Vesicles are food storage organ in fungus. Arbuscules are brush-like, dichotomously branched. Okay. Then we can discuss the functions of mycorrhizal mycelium in plant growth. Okay. First function, it is involved in the plant nutrition. That is, uptake of nutrients such as phosphorus from the soil and uptake of ions like sulfate, zinc, ammonium from the soil. Then it provides resistance to the abiotic stresses such as acidity, metal toxicity, and drought. The external hyphae increases the value of the soil and translocate the phosphorus to the root. The phosphorus so absorbed is converted into polyphosphate granule in the hyphae and passed to the arbuscules for ultimate transfer to the host plant. So these are the functions of the VA mycorrhizae. Okay. Second type of the Endomycorrhizae is the Orchidaceous mycorrhizae. Orchidaceous mycorrhizae differ from vesicular arbuscular mycorrhizae. Here the higher plant is temporarily or permanently parasite on fungus and it is occurring in basidiomycetes. Here the orchid seeds are minute, that is 0.3 to 14 microgram. The hyphae of the fungus penetrate the cell of the cortex and form coils within the cortical cells. The nutrient-rich hyphal coils, generally called pelletons, then break down and making food available to the plants. The degenerating pelleton supply the orchid with carbohydrate and probably vitamins and hormones obtained by saprophytic action of fungus outside the root. Most orchid eventually become green and so the association between the orchid and the fungus may shift from parasitism to mutualism. Okay. We can clear the Orchidaceous mycorrhizae with an example, that is the relation between Rhizoctonia solani and orchid plant. Okay. So it is the relation between fungi and plant. Here fungi is the Rhizoctonia solani. The plant root, that is the orchid plant root, infected with fungal hyphae. that is Rhizoctonia solani hyphae. Then the fungal hyphae pass through the surface cells into the inner cortex. This fungal hyphae forms coils within the cells of outer cortex. Then the fungal hyphae loses its integrity. So the hyphae passes through the host cell that will increase the orchid seed germination. Okay, this is a Orchidaceous mycorrhizae relationship. Third type of the Endomycorrhizae is the Ericaceous Mycorrhizae. These are association with two families, that is Ericaceae and Epacridaceae family, in which the fungus form dense intracellular coil within the outer cortical cells. The fungus has tremendous capacity of mineralization and absorption of organic nitrogen. It can stimulate the nitrogen uptake and plant growth even in infertile peat soil. Finally, we can discuss Ectendo Mycorrhizae. It is also called Ectendrophic mycorrhizae. The mycorrhizae which bear the characteristic of both ecto and endomycorrhizae is called Ectendo Mycorrhizae. The fungal partner establishes mantle of hyphae on the surface of root as well as hyphal coils and hostoria within the inward cortical cells of the root. The best example for the Ectendomycorrhizae is the conifer boletus monotropha relation. Okay, a fungus called boletus forms a common association between the conifer and monotropha. Through the nature of the association differs with the two plants. Here the fungus, that is boletus, forms a bridge between the two plants. Okay, that is the boletus forms Ectomycorrhizae relation with monotropha and Endomycorrhizae relationship with conifer. Okay, so this is about mycorrhizae. I hope you got an idea about mycorrhizae and different types of mycorrhizae, that is Ectomycorrhizae, Endomycorrhizae and Ectendomycorrhizae. Okay, thank you.